The tourist industry basically does not prepare us for this part of the market. Good morning, my name is Sabine Switalla and I'm a travel expert. I started a company that dedicates the activities to accessible travel in Greece, and we welcome people with different needs and limitations. Well, we would assume that tourism is for everybody and it should be accessible to everybody. Working for even big companies around the world, I noticed that there were very few services provided for people that ask for little more, such as things like accessibility. Often I could not assist my teams where I would be questioned about specific things such as accessibility of a room, a height of a restroom, or maybe access to a room. The tourist industry basically does not prepare us for this part of the market. That was in my head over years, and when I decided to do something on my own, to start a company, this idea definitely proven with numbers, with statistics, became stronger, and I started to research. I started to educate myself, actually got courses and got certification. So the idea grew with the years, and finally in 2017 I started the company Key and the Sun. Surely over the years, seeing customers working, as I said, for other companies, I saw that we were not really able to help in a way it should probably be. But as well traveling with friends, as well traveling with my parents, which are elderly, and as over years the needs were growing, I could say that it was very difficult to find the information. So the information basically in accessible travel is the main problem, where hotels might publish information about amazing spas, amazing culinary experiences, but you're barely going to find information about accessibility. And considering the market, the growing market, which is a big market, it is really often disappointing that you don't find this information as standard information on the pages, for example, on a travel agency offering experiences. So it requires always a lot of communication, a lot of back and forth emails and information. It required asking for pictures because maybe the staff, and this I'm talking from other level of employees in tourist industry, are not trained for accessible travel. We were not giving the basics, so it is very difficult to get the right information. And this is basically what my idea was with Key and the Sun, to close this gap of the market and provide this information. And this is how we started the activities, by collecting information, providing reliable, providing detailed information, which would be the base for accessible travel. Well, biggest challenge and the most time I invest in this project is probably to educate myself, to collect information for myself. And every day with every customer, today we learn and we educate ourselves and we grow with the customers, with the need. There's no customer same like the other ones. So I feel privileged to work with these people and be able to learn, so the next customer will get even better product from us. So I think to get where we are, it was not the biggest challenge, but it's an everyday challenge. Now, why in Greece? I love this country. I knew the country from before. position I was holding in this country. We as Kvinder have excellent network in this country, which definitely is one of the strongest point of our company, that we are able to pick up the phone, that we are able to call somebody on the island, ask for help, ask for support, ask for a reservation, for maybe a surprise for our guest. So the network definitely help us to provide the services we have. We have excellent partners, we train our partners, and we are at the Mediterranean, and I believe it belongs to the dream of many people to visit the country, and this is why we are in Greece. Oh, of course. I think you cannot replace very easy what we are doing. There might be companies using the keywords accessible travel on the web pages and offering accessible services in Greece. Our philosophy is to offer seamless travel from the arrival to the departure. So we're closing not the gaps only as a company here and there, but we want to make sure that from the moment the clients come out from the security area at the airport until we help them check in at the airport again, and we know they are picked up, there's somebody taking care of the devices, the luggage is checked in, we see it as a total cycle of services. We try to add every day new service or check new service, have the information in our pockets for the guests. So the experience is along the value chain. Of course, we have the challenge in Greece of more than 180 islands that you can travel to. We still have few years in front of us, definitely, and it is always exciting to add new destination, but yeah, to make it whole accessible experience. As I started the accessibility path in, let's say, in more advanced stage of my career, I don't think that my background, my Polish-German background, has impacted it as much. I believe, and I'm very grateful for the professional experience I had in my life working with the biggest travel agency and tour operator in the world, all over the world. It definitely gave me the base and education and experience of tourists at a great level. So this base helped me to build up our company. I feel connected to Poland, and I think Polish mentality goes very well and very close to the Greek mentality. So that definitely helps to live and to operate in Greece. Europe is big. We have many countries. And as many countries as we have, as many levels of, I believe, attitude or level of accessibility we have. I don't think that Greece is one of the top countries when it comes to accessibility. Traveling from Portugal to the east of Europe, you will find accessibility which is basically universal design in a meaning of very normal thing to be, where companies implemented the provision of information, as I said before. In Greece, I believe we are very much at the beginning. While for the Olympics in 2004, Greece was pushed to do many changes. These changes were made, but they were forgotten. The accessibility in Greece that exists, it does exist, but maybe the quality of accessibility is not the best. The awareness is not there. So traveling with our groups, traveling with our customers, we understand that we bring as well the message that everybody is allowed and can travel if the services are provided. So always summarizing our stays with our guests, I believe the most important feedback and appreciation we give to our guests is that they travel and that they show the local society that traveling is something to enjoy for everybody. People not believing in my idea, as we are quite independent company, completely financed in a private way without any subvention or support there was very little help from outside, so if you believe in the idea, you don't really need other people to believe in your idea, you just have to follow it. And yes, every road has up and downs, you have to take the up and downs, but the downs make you come stronger up again. Seeing our guests rolling around the archaeological sites in manual wheelchairs over the gravel and stones and hills makes you just stronger, and you think, my challenges are nothing compared with their challenges, so never give up. The pandemic showed us how sensitive and how easy it is to drop down to zero. And as we know, our customers are very vulnerable customers that often have other disease accompanied with the disabilities. So the years of pandemics for us were basically zero business years, and this might have been the years where I have reconsidered maybe stopping our activities, maybe going back to employment. They were very hard. So turning around and just taking the initiative of growing the company in the meaning of collecting information, collecting new destination, so we could come stronger to the market with more products, was the idea which made us come out of the pandemic as a company much bigger what we could provide. We used the time basically to grow our portfolio. And since 2022, we notice we can talk about from year to year successive growth. And it just shows how big the desire is to travel. And I believe among the people with limitation, the desire is even bigger after being locked down. So we are very happy we didn't give up. I think there are many proud and many happy moments, especially when our customers depart and they say we were able to provide them the moments of the life, the trip of the lifetime that they never could make without our team, our colleagues, our support. And that makes us proud, of course, and to enjoy the moment with them and to give them the goodbyes, the last hugs. Yeah, make these trips possible for these customers. Thank you for mentioning this. Indeed, we have obtained this prize. I believe that many people reduce the sustainability to planting maybe a tree in the garden, consider it as contribution to sustainable travel. We often forget this human part in sustainability. So it was very important for me, this award was given in the section of sustainability, pointing out and bringing out that the human part and accessibility and taking care of everybody in the travel industry is very essential. Definitely the awareness of accessibility in the travel industry still has a long way to go in Greece. It is not considered as a random part, as a part of services or information that companies are providing in the country. So I hope we could contribute with our award, with our presence in the awards, as well as in media, which was like a secondary effect, to show the industry that this part is extremely important, that accessibility is also a great business opportunity in the industry. I hope. These are values which cannot be measured, so we only can hope that our activities carries a message with it, that people seeing us will reconsider to look inside the businesses, maybe do even sometimes small changes, especially talking to the hotel businesses. We often face a resistance of accepting accessibility, implementing accessibility. The idea of accessibility is always connected to big projects, to tearing down the walls. Communicating with our friends, we try basically to take away the fear of accessibility. We try to communicate that even small changes, such as communicating in a correct way, might increase the accessibility of a business. So I really hope that this in the next year will be something that is growing, but probably as well the right legislation in the country for tourists is needed to approach it from different aspects and sides in order to create more accessible travel services. Oh, I think my dreams are connected to our guest dreams, that everybody would be able, and we as company, sit down, pull out information and create any trip, any itinerary, because services provided would be available and because the services and the information would be reliable, where we know booking a trip around the islands would require only a few minutes of research and the trip would be perfect for our guests. Unfortunately, the reality is different. Often the informations are not reliable. I really hope that in future any island of this country could be available for everybody. Our company is completely privately financed. Our fleet and our services, whatever we own, we have applied in the past among some European programs, but none of the programs were approved so far. I think it's like starting with any project. You might not have a very clear idea in the beginning where the journey is going to take you. The general idea is, I believe, developed as well together with you. Guests, clients, where you need very close communication, where you start to form a product that is based on the needs, on the dreams, on the expectation. A close communication with guests, customers is the base of information, basically how you continue to grow your services, because you're going to create something that is wanted, that is needed. Now, as a woman in mainly men-dominated business in Greece, I would say, especially in the management level, is not always easy. Not giving up and just focus on what you are doing. Once you're convinced that what you are doing is a good project, it's going to guide you forward and it's going to give you the strength to continue.
Please. So I am Kamil Gungor. I am originally from Poland. I live in Greece. And I am the only disabled travel blogger in Greece. The Tra-Wheeler, from Traveler and Wheeler. And yeah, I am working for a disability rights organization, the European Network on Independent Living. That's why I travel a lot.
How did you first connect with Sabine Switalla and the Care on the Sun project?
So I don't remember exactly the details, but at some point, I think she heard about me from a webinar or something, and we got in touch online. We decided to have a call. I think she was talking from Qatar or somewhere. It was interesting. And yeah, we had a call and we had a very good discussion. Then we decided to meet. Then, we become friends. We are also from the same country. And yeah, we connected very well. And from there we are, cooperating together and also being good friends. Well, first of all, she is very open. She, to understand the needs, to put priority into the people and their needs, and to make things accessible and really inclusive for everyone. Yeah, that her interest to see that in a country where we don't have that many things, it's still possible to do it if you want and you take things seriously and you organize things, and she is very good in organizing, so this helps. Sabine has knowledge about the places, and she has tested everything. So she could tell me, what is possible and what is not, which I had no idea before, to give me the information. One of the problems in Greece is that we don't have information on accessibility and about sightseeing when it comes to accessibility, and Kieran and Sabine give that. And of course, thanks to Sabine, I visited places I never did before. Today we are in ancient Corinth. I am living relatively close to here, but it's my first time here, and I didn't know even it's possible before I met Sabine. I mean, we went to Acropolis, we went to Syros, to an island. Thanks to the work Sabine does, not only for tourists, but also for us here in Greece. We discover new places and new possibilities, new restaurants, new places.
I over 35 år, der har jeg arbejdet med sociale projekter, og jeg har hjulpet virksomheder med at vokse. Det har været meget spændende, og det har været meget forskellige projekter. De kvinder, som du kommer til at møde her i serien, de er alle sammen kvinder, der har gjort et forskel. De har arbejdet med deres personlige og med deres strukturelle barrierer, og nogle har bygget deres forretning op med støtte fra EU, mens andre, de har gjort det helt alene. De har stået på egne ben fra starten af. Deres historier, de er ikke undtagelser, men de er et bekræftelse på og beviser på, at det kan lade sig gøre. Og de beviser på, at forandringen ude i verden allerede er i gang. Vi har skabt denne serie for at give dem en stemme. Og spørgsmålet er du klar til at lytte? Er du klar til at høre deres historier?
Da krigen begyndte, flygtede jeg til Grækenland med en bærbar computer og et håb om at starte forfra. Det virkede umuligt, indtil jeg så, at kvinder over hele Europa gør netop det. Gnister nogle af os for støtte fra EU, andre må kæmpe sig frem alene. Men vi har én ting til fælles. Vi bygger virksomheder i modvind og forandrer økonomien nedefra. Denne serie handler om 6 kvinder. Men i virkeligheden handler den om tusinder. Kvinder, der allerede er i gang med at ændre spillereglerne. Er du klar til at høre dem? Så lad os begynde.